life I've been real, in search of that deal. All my life I've been nice, wish you knew how this feel. Roll up, first thing, don't call me while I'm working. Yeah, I got me some hard bars and a hard hook with that verse in. That thing hitting so perfect, rewind, reverse it. Me, I'm riding that wave, kinda feel like I'm surfing. I'm on my way to that money, pocket full of that cake.
Hey guys, it's Jess
and Jay. Welcome to our channel.
So today we're going to be talking about 5 ways to stay motivated while in med school. Here's number 1. Remembering your why. Why did you feel like medicine was your calling in life? Why did you decide to go into this profession? For me personally, I have this essay that I always go back to. It was the essay that I wrote for my application to get into my school. The essay was a assignment that one of my professors from high school actually requested for us to do for my English class. And basically it's about what in life inspired me to consider medicine, and I considered it for myself at a very young age. And it has to do with my little sister. She was born with a heart defect, and her pediatrician actually on a regular checkup was just auscultating her and said something's wrong, and she was only about 5 months. She had a lot of difficulty breathing and she was really sick, and he just by auscultating just heard the murmur and sent her to Miami Children's, and she had to have open heart surgery at 5 months. So I think because the doctor basically saved my little sister's life, that's what inspired me to, I guess, turn to medicine. And that's an essay that every time I feel kind of down, I feel like, why am I doing this? Like, you know, I could be doing something else that's much simpler. I just sit down and I read the essay and I remember why.
That's dope. So mine would be interacting with patients. Honestly, sometimes the schoolwork can get a bit monotonous, and when you're just reading things in the textbook, to me it's not as exciting as actually experiencing it in person, like in seeing an actual like disease in a patient, or the clinical presentation of something in a patient is really cool. For me, I think one thing that made me feel like, you know, I really want to do pediatrics was we were in pediatric hematology, and I despised hematology, or so I thought. But we had really great doctors, and there was a patient that came in and they were like, to the little one, they were like, okay, so you get to choose who gets to be your doctor and do your checkup. And she picked me, and I was just like, oh my God, you were so cute. And like, I love you. So that made me like fall even more in love with pediatrics, because the kids are super sweet. And of course, I don't want to see kids with disease. So if there's any way I can help them, I want to do that. So just working hands-on with patients helps me stay motivated.
Number 3 would be surrounding yourself with a good support system. I think that this is like probably one of the biggest things. I think you should be your biggest cheerleader. She actually told me that today, and I think that's something I kind of like keep that up here. Tell yourself that you have to be your biggest cheerleader, of course, but surrounding yourself with people who support you, who pick you up when you're down, who motivate you, who kind of like shake you up when you're freaking out. Like, you need that. And I think here, one thing I'm grateful for to God is that I have a group of friends who are amazing, and without them I don't think I would be as sane as I am. And they just help to get through each and every day, each and every rotation, each and every exam, because we all have kind of like a freak out session before certain exams. But I think that is key. So I have to thank her, number 1, Susie, Derek, Anto. They're just people that I think that I have been put in my path for a reason, and we all try and help each other out the best that we can. Also, family. If you have certain people who motivate you, who just remind you why, who tell you, you know, don't listen to this, focus on this, like just, you know, surround yourself with that as much as you can. Keep in contact with those people as well. So
I would also want to give a shout out to, you know, my girl Jess, to Derek, to Susie, and to Antonieta. They are amazing friends, and just like she said, without them I would not be sane. Baby girl would have packed up her books, her little suitcase, and took it back to Jersey.
I would have dragged that ass right back. Come back.
Because honestly, it's a lot. It's a rewarding path, but you know, like anything you want in life, it's not going to come easy. The other one would be, I surround myself with positivity everywhere. I have positive affirmations that I write out. I write letters to myself, usually in the beginning of the semester. Set out my intentions, what I want for the semester. Books, which I can link below, and I was actually going to make a separate video with Jessie. Clearly it's our channel. We were going to make a separate video about inspirational books and like things we like. I can mention a few right now. First one would be The 7 Spiritual Laws of Success by Deepak Chopra. My other one would be The 4 Agreements by Don Miguel Ruiz. And the Bible. Listen, I use the Bible app because it's mobile, it's easier on the go, and I just pick out like little plans and whatever you need. You type in hope, a bunch of plans for hope. You need focus, whatever you need. You can read it. It takes 5 to 10 minutes. Fill yourself up with the word and just positivity, and that helps me stay motivated. When I'm negative, I can't run the same. Like, it's like I'm running on E.
Number 5 is going back to your roots. Now I'm gonna stop here and I just want you to think about that. Going back to your roots. What does that mean to you? Because to everyone it means something different. For me, going back to my roots is things that were instilled in me or people that I've had in my life that are really important to me. That would mean, of course, reading the Bible, praying, meditating on things that I think I need to work on and things that I'm having trouble with personally, and just keeping in touch with people that I love. My mom is number 1. She really does remind me of things that I forget. She makes me feel better. Sometimes she says things where I'm just like, okay, well, you know, you have to say that, you're my mom. But it really does help. So for me, that's what going back to your roots means.
Now that I think about it, my roots would probably just be love. My family is very loving, very tight-knit. And both my mom and my dad, I like how they're so different, but like together, they keep me sane. So just like Jessie, I have to give it to both of my parents. If I call any of them, doesn't matter what time, they're gonna sit up there and they're gonna talk to me about how I've been feeling. They're gonna motivate me, and sometimes they'll tell me things I don't really want to hear, and I get tough love, but you know, I keep going, and it's definitely helpful. Another thing would be dancing. I love to dance, so when I feel like, what is the point? Why am I doing this? I'll just like dance, and it works out. Meditating also. When you sit in silence, the turbulence that you have going on in your mind, you have to deal with it. You know what I'm saying? That's fine. When you're walking around, when you're listening to music, when you're doing a million things, you can suppress, you can forget, and you can act like you don't have to deal with it. You do have to deal with it. And taking 10 minutes of silence really helps me. Just figure out things and answer questions that I may be avoiding or I actually didn't know I knew the answer to. Like most of the things that you need, they're in here. So listen to yourself, listen to God if that's what you believe in, and you'll be fine. Stay motivated, chase your dreams.
There you guys have it, 5 ways to stay motivated in med school. We hope that it helps. If you have 5 ways that you stay motivated, leave them down below, because we're always trying to look for different ways to stay motivated, because sometimes the repeat of the same stuff doesn't really work. So we try to switch it up. She gives me pointers, I give her pointers. We would really appreciate that. Thank you so much for watching.
Okay. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and let us know what else you want to see.
Make sure to turn on that ring bell notification.
Yeah,
Please.
do that. Thanks for watching. Bye.
Peace. Are you recording?
Let me get a little closer.
Let me drink water. My hair's a little frizzy. I'm liking the light though. Let me move it back. Or are we too far?
Now we're too far. Let's
Right.
move up.
Okay. Do you want to try switching?
Let's try switching.
I feel awkward on this side.
Let's go back. Oh, the fan.
Gracious. Why am I cut off?
Okay, let's knees up. Not here, not here.
Okay, ready? I have to burp. Never mind.
Okay.
Okay, it's right. Oh my god. Say that again.
So, let's go.
It's hot. Okay.
The light was trying us.
It was. It like
was
went off
trying
and then it
us.
came back.
I know.
Let's take a picture now because we got good lighting. Oh wait, it's a video.
Roll some. Trying to get right in this motherfucker. Whoa. Turn up. Yeah. Turn up.